Peace and Pan-Africanism, peace and Pan-Africanism. Peace and Pan-Africanism, peace and Pan-Africanism. This is your big brother, Dr.Umar Ifatunde Ogun. Today, I'm live and direct, College Park, Atlanta, Georgia. I'm live and direct, College Park. I'm feeling some kind of way right now because the airline wouldn't give me my luggage. I'm feeling some kind of way right now because the airline wouldn't give me my luggage. I'm feeling some kind of way right now because the airline wouldn't give me my luggage. So I need to go buy something to wear tomorrow. Atlanta, I've never been to your clothing stores. Atlanta, I've never been to your shopping malls. Atlanta, I've never purchased apparel in Atlanta. So here's my question. Where can I go in the morning and go buy me an outfit for tomorrow? I just need to get through tomorrow before I get on a plane to London tomorrow night. My London Africans, I'm trying to get to you, United Kingdom family. I'm trying to get on over to Europe. They keep blocking us. First it was the passport. Now it's the flight. Now it's the luggage. It's always something. But my Atlanta family, where can I buy something at? I need to go get some jeans. Dashiki, do we got any African clothing store? Who got the African clothes with the dashiki and the pants? Nothing too formal. I'm not going to no wedding. I just need to kick up a little dust tomorrow. Lenox Mall. How far is the Lenox Mall from the airport? Lenox Mall. Let me see. Lenox Mall. Lenox Mall. Lenox Mall. Let me see what's up. Lenox Mall. See where that is. Lenox Mall. Lenox Square or Lenox Mall? I see a Lenox Square, 3393 Peachtree Road, Lenox Mall. Is it Lenox Square? Lenox Square or Lenox Mall? Lenox Square or Lenox Mall, y'all? It must be Lenox Square. Okay. Lenox Square, let me see. They're gonna rob me. They're not gonna rob the King Kong. I fight for the people. The corner boys look out for me. Shout out to all my corner boys in every black ghetto for looking out for Dr. Umar. Whenever I pull up in the ghetto, I always get a text message from the gangs, the corner boys. They say, Dr. Umar, we got you. If you got any problems, hit this cell. We ride hard for you. I know we not doing the right thing right now, but we trying to feed our families. But if anybody mess with the Prince of Pan-Africanism, they got to see us. So the corner boys be holding me down. Okay, let's be careful about going in too hard on the corner boys, because when they come to take over the hood, it's going to be the corner boys that's going to be fighting for us. The bourgeois Negroes, they live in a white neighborhood. The bourgeois Negroes, they live in a white neighborhood. Greenbrier Mall. Hold on, let me see. Lenox Square, Lenox Square. How far is Lenox Square? 22 minutes.
All set. Let's go.
That's 22 minutes to Lenox Square. Opens at 10 in the morning. 22 minutes, open up at 10 in the morning. Now let me do Greenbrier. Let me do Greenbrier. Greenbrier Mall. 15 minutes away. Which one? Lenox, Green, Camp Creek Marketplace. Let me see. Camp Creek Marketplace. 11 minutes. That's the closest one. Camp Creek is the closest one. But I need big and tall, family. I need big and tall. Do they got my size? Do they have my size? Don't send me somewhere with a bunch of little man clothes. Shout out to the little mans, but I'm not a little man. Shout out to the little mans, but I'm not a little mans. Do they got clothing for the 6'3" and up brothers? Do they got clothing for the 260 and up brothers? That's what I'm talking about. Don't send me somewhere with a bunch of small ass clothes, okay? I need that big and tall setup. I need that big and tall setup. Let me text Killer Mike. I'm going to text my man Killer Mike. I know he know where to go. Killer Mike wear big and tall like me. Killer Mike, we're big and tall like me. Camp Creek got everything? I might got to pull up the Camp Creek. He said Camp Creek got everything. He said Camp Creek got everything. I think I'm going to Spawn Divots. I'm hungry. I'm pissed off. I'm not on that flight to London right now. I'm hungry and I'm pissed off. I'm not on that flight to London right now. I'm hungry and I'm pissed off. I'm not on that flight to London, England right now. I think I'm going to Spawn Divots, Virginia Avenue pull-up season. I think I'm going to Spawn Divots. What else is open right now, family? Killer Mike got his own shop. Killer Mike got a men's clothing shop. I got to pull up if that's the case. South Lake Mall. Y'all giving me too many options. Where's South Lake Mall at? Where's South Lake Mall? This is the Prince of Pan-Africanism. I'm in Atlanta. I miss my connection to London. But if I gotta be held over anywhere, I want to be held over right here in Atlanta. If I got to be held over anywhere, I want to be held over right here in hot Atlanta, Georgia. This is a Dr. Umar city for real. This is a Dr. Umar city for real. Not healthy to eat this late after you've been in the airport in Philadelphia for 8 hours. After you've been in the airport in Philadelphia, it's too late to eat. It's too late to eat after I've been in the airport for 8 hours. The Waffle House is right next to Spawn Divots. I need to make a decision. The Waffle House is right next to Spawn Divots. I need to make a decision. The Waffle House is right next to Spawn Divots. I'm not going to fault my sister Megan Thee Stallion. I'm not going to fault my sister Megan Thee Stallion for twerking for Kamala. I'm not going to fault my sister Megan Thee Stallion for twerking for Kamala. But we have to stop endorsing any politician without any concessions to the community. If they not making open promises to the black community, if they not making open promises, never settle for a secret promise from a politician. They got to say it on a microphone for the whole world to hear it. Never settle for a secret promise from the politician. I see some of my Atlanta queens in the chat. Behave, ladies. I see some of my Atlanta queens in the chat. Behave, ladies. Behave. Never let a politician give you a secret promise. Never let a politician give you a secret promise. Anything the politician offers, they must offer openly. Anything the politician offers, they must offer openly. Sarafina. Where you at, Sarafina? You from South Africa, Sarafina? Behave, ladies. It's after hours. Ain't nothing open this time of night except the cookie jar. We not going there. Behave, ladies. It's after hours. Ain't nothing open this time of night except the cookie jar. We not going there. It's consciousness over the cookies. It's politics over the punani. It's revolution over the romance. It's institutions over the intimacy. Behave, ladies. Keep your peach cobbler to yourself. We talking politics right now. Behave, ladies. Keep your peach cobbler to yourself. We talking politics right now. Atlanta queens, I need you to behave. I know we got a special relationship, but my Atlanta queens, I need you to behave. Now, this is what we're going to talk about. Before I go, Spawn Divots close at 4 o'clock. It's 1:45. Do I want to make that run, family? Do I want to make that run to Spawn Divots? Waffle House. What do y'all think? What do y'all think? Spawn Divots, what? Okay, let's get into the politics. Let's get into the politics. Let's get into the politics. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I have 10 prophecies I want to make tonight. I'm not going to no Magic City. You will never catch me in the strip club. I can't. I love all my queens, though. I love my sisters. I'm not judging no black woman. Okay, it's hard out here. Sister got to take care of the bills, raise the kids, handle that mortgage, the core note, the electric, the water, the gas. I'm not judging my queens. But as the Prince of Pan-Africanism, I cannot be caught in Magic City or any other nude venue. So now, let me give you the prophecies of Ifa Tunde. Who ready for the 10 prophecies of Ifa Tunde? We're about to go political right now. Pull up a seat, get your coffee, get your tea, get your sun chips, get your fruit, get your yogurt. We're about to go political right now. I need my ladies to focus. I need my ladies to focus, and we're about to go political. If you're trying to do a podcast interview in Atlanta tomorrow, text my cell phone. If you're trying to do a podcast interview in Atlanta tomorrow, text my cell phone, 215-989-9858, 215-989-9858, 215-989-9858. Toronto, October 5th and 6th. Costa Rica, August 16th through 18th. Nat Turner Land, August the 21st. Chicago Democratic National Convention, August the 19th. London, England, August the 11th. Dallas, Texas is possibly August the 21st. Dallas, Texas is possibly August the 21st. Okay. Shannon Sharp is in London too. Shannon Sharp. We're about to get political. Okay. These are my prophecies. Y'all know I'm a prophet, divinely chosen apostle of the Most High God. Prophecy number 1. Listen up. Classes in session. Listen up. Classes in session. Listen up. Classes in session. Continuous bunny hopping will soon exterminate the melanated American African. Continuous bunny hopping will soon exterminate the melanated American African. The new American African will look racially ambiguous and will need identification to prove their racial identity. You're listening to the prophecies of Ifa Tunde 1 through 10. You're listening to the prophecies of Ifa Tunde 1 through 10. Prophecy number 1. And these prophecies I'm going to give you until 2050. By 2050, these 10 prophecies will exist. Prophecy number 1. Continuous bunny hopping will soon exterminate the melanated American African. The new American African will have very little color, if any at all. By 2050, the American African population will have very little melanin. They will look racially ambiguous, and they will need identity to prove that they are black. That is the consequences of bunny hopping. That is the consequences of bunny hopping. That is the consequences of bunny hopping. Some of you sent me a photo of Bryce and Bronny watching Team USA play against Jokic today. Some of y'all sent me a picture of Bryce and Bronny courtside watching Team USA take on Jokic. Y'all said, Dr. Umar, they might be bunny hopping. I'm not sure if they were bunny hopping. Those sisters may very well have a black parent. Those sisters may very well have a black parent. Those sisters may very well have a black parent. It's hard to tell. It's hard to tell if they're American African or racially ambiguous anymore, because the bunny hopping is reducing the pigmentation in the American African community. I said the bunny hopping is reducing the pigmentation in the American African community. Oh yes. Oh yes. Keep the bunny hopping up in the whole American African community is going to look like they're mixed race. Keep the bunny hopping up in the entire American African community is going to look like they're mixed race. Shout out to my mixed race Africans. Shout out to my mixed race Africans. You know your family to me. I'm simply talking about the destruction and the elimination and the eradication of the melanated African. There will no longer be cinnamon Africans. There will no longer be butter almond Africans. There will no longer be sweet brown sugar Africans. There will no longer be warm fudge Africans. Everybody's going to be a lemon African. In African vanilla. Y'all keep playing. There will be no more color in our community. Keep it up. Keep it up. Keep it up. Mixed race will be the new black. I told y'all that. Mixed race will be the new black. I told y'all that. Mixed race will be the new black. Is that a Caucasian calling me the N-word? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Neanderthal Nation, listen. Neanderthal Nation, if you come on my feed disrespecting me, I'm going to block you. Okay? Prophecy number 2. Prophecy number 2. Snow bunnies will soon control the greater share of black men's wealth in this country through marriage and divorce. By 2050, white women will control the greater share of successful black men's money through marriage and divorce settlements. Through marriage and divorce settlements. Through marriage and divorce. Black men keep bunny hopping. The white woman owns the black man's bank account. I'm going to say it again. Whether you giving her babies, whether you put a ring on it, or whether she divorced you, all roads lead to the black man's bank account. I don't care if you give her a baby. I don't care if you put a ring on it. I don't care if y'all get a divorce. All roads lead to the black man's bank account. Though the snow bunny has been sent to infiltrate the black male kingdom and rob us of our wealth, assets, and money through low racial self-esteem. Through low racial self-esteem. Through low racial self-esteem. Y'all talking about reparations? What good are reparations if you're going to turn around and give it to the brown bunny? What good is reparations if you're going to turn around and give it to the rice bunny? What good is reparations if you're going to turn around and give it to the sand bunny? What good is reparations if you're going to turn around and give it to the salsa bunny? What good is reparations if you're going to turn around and give it to a red dot bunny? What good is reparations? What good is reparations? What good is reparations if all you're going to do is give it to the people who stole it from you in the first place? Let's go to prophecy number 3 of 10. Let's go to prophecy. Wait a minute. I think I'm up. Hold on one second. Hold on one second, Africans. I'm getting a few text messages here, podcast invites. Okay. Prophecy number 3. Let's get back to the prophecies of Ifa Tunde. Pre-London edition. This is the pre-London edition of the prophecies of Ifa Tunde. Once all currency becomes completely digital, there will never again be a grassroots revolutionary movement on this planet, as the ability to finance off-the-grid struggles will be completely impossible. Digital currency is the kryptonite of revolution. Listen to me, brothers and sisters. Digital currency is the kryptonite of revolution. Once all transactions are digital, once the white power structure can see all transactions, we can never organize financially. We can never fund the revolution off the grid. We cannot go to a completely electronic platform for digital currency. I'm not against crypto. I'm not against crypto. I'm not against crypto. What I'm saying is, the reason the global white power structure wants all currency to be digital, the reason the power structure wants all currency to be digital so they can supervise everybody's money moves. They want to supervise everybody's money moves. They want to supervise everybody's money moves, brothers and sisters. They want to supervise everybody's money moves, so we have to make sure we keep some form of currency system that is tangible, non-digital. We must keep a non-digital, tangible form of currency. Are y'all feeling me, family? If you understand, overstand, and understand the prince right now, make some noise. If you understand, overstand, and understand what the Prince of Pan-Africanism is saying, let me know. If you understand, overstand, and understand, we cannot go to full digital currency. Full digital currency is a trap. Full digital currency is a trap. That's prophecy number 3. Prophecy number 4. If American Africans do not start funding HBCUs ourselves, if American Africans do not start funding HBCUs ourselves, if American Africans do not start funding HBCUs ourselves, they will soon be sued into non-existence via reverse racism lawsuits from disingenuous applications of the 14th Amendment. Y'all do know HBCUs can no longer give preferential admission to black students. How many of y'all know that? The Supreme Court has outlawed affirmative action in college admissions. HBCUs can no longer give preferential admission to black students. HBCUs can no longer give preferential admission to black students. Do you know what that means? Do you know what that means? HBCUs can no longer give preferential admission disgusting. HBCUs can no longer give preferential admission to black students, or they will be sued. They will be sued by a movement called Students for Fair Admissions, a white man who is funding brown and yellow people to sue colleges they think are giving preferential admission to black students. So black America is going to have to start funding the HBCUs so they don't get sued out of existence. They are trying to sue the HBCUs out of existence. Let me say this to the Divine Nine. Let me talk to the black Greeks for a hot minute. I support the black Greeks. I love the black Greeks. I saw a whole army of 5'5" thick in the thigh Zetas at the Philly airport the other day. I saw a whole army of 5'5" thick in the thigh Zeta Phi Betas at the Philly. It was raining Zeta Phi Beta at the Philly airport the other day. It was raining 5'5" thick in the thigh, sweet brown sugar, cinnamon, nutmeg, butter almond, butter pecan, Zeta Phi Beta. But this is what I want to say to the Divine Nine. If you really believe in the HBCUs that you graduated from, I'm talking to the Divine Nine. I'm talking to the Divine Nine. I'm talking to the Divine Nine. If you really believe in the HBCU legacy, all future Divine Nine conferences need to be held on an HBCU campus. I'm going to say it again. We got to stop being hypocrites. We got to stop being hypocrites. We got to stop being hypocrites. I'm going to say it again. If you really believe in the HBCU Zetas, if you really believe in the HBCU Deltas, if you really believe in the HBCU AKAs, if you really believe in the HBCU SG Rose, if you really believe in the HBCU Iotas, Kappas, Sigmas, Alphas, Qs, Groove Phi Groove, if you really believe, if the black Greek fraternities and sororities, if the Pan-Hellenic Council really believes in saving the HBCU, all future HBCU conferences should be held. All future black Greek conferences should be held at an HBCU. Should be held at an HBCU. Do you know how much money that would bring them? Do you know how much money that would bring our HBCUs if y'all partied on campus, met on campus, fellowship on campus, sleep on campus? Divine Nine, I'm challenging the Divine Nine to see if you're really committed to saving our HBCUs. Who's going to be the first Divine Nine to hold a conference at an HBCU? That's what I want to find out. Who's going to start the mission? Which one of the black Greek fraternities or sororities will be the first one to start this revolution? Will it be the AKAs? Some people say y'all too bougie. Will it be my Kappa brothers? Some people say y'all too pretty. Will it be the Alpha brothers? Some people say y'all too uppity. Will it be the Q dogs? Some people say y'all too hood. Who's going to be the first of the Divine Nine? I'm just picking with y'all, family. But I do want to know who's going to be the first of the Divine Nine to publicly proclaim that your next conference will be at an HBCU. You're not giving no more money to Marriott. You're not giving no more money to Sheraton. You're not giving no more money to Four Seasons. You have made up your mind that your black Greek organization will support the HBCU. Your black Greek dollars are going to the HBCU. Who's going to be the first organization? Which one of the black Greek fraternities and sororities will be the first one to hold a conference at an HBCU? Who's going to do it first? Who's going to do it first? Or are the Divine Nine too bougie? Are the Divine Nine too uppity? Are the Divine Nine too elitist to hold their conferences on a black college campus? I'm waiting to see. I'm waiting to see. I'm waiting to see. Let's go back to the prophecies of Ifatunde. If Donald Trump regains the presidency, if Donald Trump regains the presidency, I'm running off adrenaline right now. I'm in Atlanta. Atlanta was one of my first 5 cities I visited when I took over the global Black Power movement back in 2010. Atlanta was one of my first 5 cities. Let me give y'all my first 5. Chicago, New York, Cleveland, Atlanta, Fort Lauderdale. I think I'm missing one. It might be the first 6. It might be the first 6. It might be the first 6. Chicago, New York, Cleveland, Atlanta, Fort Lauderdale. That's the first 5. So those cities, I didn't come to Houston until 2015, I think. I didn't hit up Houston until 2014. But once I hit up Houston, it's been a wrap ever since. I love my Houston family. I love my Houston family. I love my Houston family. I might see my Dallas family on the 24th of this month. I might see my Dallas family on the 24th of this month. Can you please get off my live with this transformer propaganda? Please, family. Respect the please. Come on. Come on. If you want to be artificial, my brother, go be artificial. If you want to be artificial, go be artificial. Okay? If you want to be a transformer for life, go be a transformer for life. But can you please get off of my live? Can you please get off of my live? Planned Parenthood giving out hormone blockers. Do your thing, brother. Planned Parenthood is giving out hormone blockers. Go do your thing. But can you please stay off my live? I got children who follow me. They don't need to see grown men on my live pushing transformer consciousness. Okay? Let me get back to this. If Donald Trump regains the White House, police will be legally untouchable, but the migrants and the rainbow gangers will be held in check. Listen to me. Listen to me. If Donald Trump regains the White House, police will be untouchable, but migrants and rainbow gangers will be held in check. If Kamala Harris wins the White House, migrants and rainbow gangers will be legally untouchable, but the police will still get away with brutality. Which one do y'all want? Which one do y'all want? If Donald Trump wins the White House, police will be untouchable, but migrants and rainbow gangers will be held in check. If Kamala Harris wins the White House, migrants and rainbow gangers will be untouchable, and the police will still get away with murder. Which one do we want, brothers and sisters? Which one do we want, brothers and sisters? Next prophecy. Next prophecy. You said you could deal with the police, but you can't deal with being homeless and gentrified out of your own community under Kamala Harris. You said you can You said you can evade the police, but if Kamala Harris continues to ethnically cleanse us out the black community, we will have nowhere to go. That's a good point. That's a good point. Somebody said the police are untouchable already. That's a good point. You are a recovering rainbow ganger. Congratulations, my brother. I'm glad you came back to your African ancestors. You are a recovering rainbow ganger. Congratulations, my brother. You've come back to your African consciousness. Let me go to the next prophecy. Let me go to the next prophecy. Let me go to the next prophecy. If Kamala Harris is considered black because her father is from Jamaica, Jamaica is not a race. Jamaica is a nationality. You have Chinese claiming to be Jamaican now. You have Chinese claiming to be Jamaican now. You have Chinese claiming to be Jamaican now. If Kamala Harris is considered black because her father is from Jamaica, then millions of Caribbean East Indians, listen to me. Black people better listen to me. If Kamala Harris can claim black just because her father was from Jamaica, then millions of East Indians from the Caribbean islands will come to America and also claim that they are black. If Kamala Harris can claim black because her father was from Jamaica, then millions of East Indians from the Caribbean islands will come to America, claim to be black, and they will take your scholarships, they will take your resources, they will take your Social Security, they will take your social services. You do know East Indians are one of the largest races in the world. Africans are number one. China and East India are running neck and neck. China and East Indians are the Asians and the East Indians. They are second only to Africans. The Asians and the East Indians, global population numbers, global population dominance. The Asians and the East Indians are second only to the Africans. If y'all make Kamala black, every East Indian in the world, especially from the Caribbean, they're going to come to black America and say, I'm black. You think the migrants are stealing your resources? You think the migrants are stealing your resources? Wait until Kamala Harris lets the East Indians steal your resources. Wait until Kamala the chameleon lets the East Indians start stealing our black resources. Wait until Kamala the chameleon starts letting her East Indian family steal all of black America's resources and reparations. Oh, y'all keep on playing with Kamala if y'all want. You black women, keep on playing with Kamala Harris. And when she let the East Indians in and claim they black, between them and the migrants, we're done. The migrant takeover and the Kamala Harris East Indian takeover is going to put black America in a chokehold. I said the Kamala Harris takeover, East Indian takeover, and the migrant takeover. Next prophecy. Next prophecy. Once Hispanics clearly outnumber blacks in Chicago and New York. I'm not talking about my Latino Africans. I'm not talking about my Latino Africans. I'm not talking about my Latino Africans. I'm talking about the non-African Latinos, non-African Hispanics. Once the non-African Hispanics outnumber black people in Chicago and New York, American Africans will cease being included as people of color, and we will thenceforth be completely ignored altogether. Did y'all hear what I just said? Once there are more non-African Hispanics in Chicago and New York than black people, once there are more non-African Hispanics in Chicago and New York than black people. They will never mention black people again. They won't keep statistics on you. They won't talk about your police brutality. They won't talk about your school to prison pipeline. Once the non-African Hispanics outnumber us in Chicago and New York, we will become what James Baldwin called us, the Invisible Man. Who read James Baldwin's book, Invisible Man? James Baldwin didn't even know that he was making a prophecy. James Baldwin didn't even know that he was making a prophecy. James Baldwin didn't even know when he wrote the book Invisible Man. I need every American African to go read Invisible Man. I need every American African to go read James Baldwin's The Invisible Man. James Baldwin was one of our greatest writers, thinkers, and social analysts. James Baldwin was one of our greatest writers, thinkers, and political analysts. No, we don't endorse his lifestyle, but we endorse his black excellence. Go read James Baldwin's Invisible Man, because we are about to become the invisible people. Forget being a minority. You will not be a minority anymore. Forget being a person of color. You will not even be a person of color anymore. Forget being black American. You will not be a black. Forget being a disadvantaged citizen. You will not be. You will be the invisible people. They're going to make us invisible. Nobody will speak on you. Oh, yeah. The only time they will discuss black people is when you playing in the Olympics. The only time they're going to discuss black people, I'm telling you what life will be like in 2050 if we do not wake up and smell the coffee right now. Now, for my Kamala Harris supporters, let me say this. Somebody just texted my phone. It's too early in the morning for this, ladies. And because I'm in Atlanta, I'm not even sure if that's an authentic queen. So I can't even look at it, because this is Atlanta. I love my Atlanta queens, but I got a lot of stuff going on down here, so I can't verify the Cinnabon, so I'm not even gonna peep. I'm sorry, Atlanta. I love Atlanta though. I love Atlanta, but y'all got some major movements going on down here in Atlanta. So my Atlanta queens, I can't even trip off your photos, because I don't know if you've been taking them hormone blockers. You might be on them hormone blockers. So we're gonna stay focused. We're gonna stay focused. It's a damn shame. We're gonna stay focused right now in Atlanta, because I don't know what's going on. We're gonna stay focused. Don't get me wrong, I know some authentic Atlanta queens, but random messages from Atlanta queens, I'm sorry, ladies. I can't take them. I cannot accept random messages from Atlanta queens, because you might be, I can't do it. I can't do it. Let's stay focused. To my Kamala Harris supporters, to my Kamala Harris supporters, to my an authentic big blueberry lemonade. Are there any authentic big blueberry lemonades in Hotlanta? To my Kamala Harris supporters. To my Kamala Harris supporters. To my Kamala Harris supporters. If you want me to vote for Kamala Harris, podcast interview requests, text me at 215-989-9858. Interview needs to be in the morning or early afternoon. Text me at 215-989-9858. Interview needs to be in the morning or early afternoon. Send a deposit and we can schedule. If you want me to vote for Kamala Harris, if you want me to vote for Kamala Harris, If you want me to vote for Kamala Harris, do one thing and I will vote for Kamala Harris. Tell Kamala Harris to build some relevant institutions and industries in the black community before Joe Biden term ends. Tell Kamala Harris, if she wants the alpha male black vote, if she wants the unapologetically African alpha male vote, if Kamala Harris wants the unapologetically African anti-snow bunny alpha male vote, build some institutions and some industries in Joe Biden's final 4 months of office. That's all she got to do. See, Donald Trump is not in the White House, but Kamala Harris is. Donald Trump is not in the White House, but Kamala Harris is. Donald Trump is not in the White House, but Kamala Harris is in the White House. So if she wants us to vote, she has 4 months to pass meaningful legislation and build relevant institutions in the black community. I'm part of the problem? Okay. Goodbye. Since I'm part of the problem, Sister Golden, you don't need to be on my live. Anybody else want to talk some shit? I can't vote for Cornel West. He's a bunny hopper. I love Cornel West. If Cornel West didn't bunny hop, if he had him a black queen, I would be voting for Cornel West. If Cornel West had a black queen, I'd be voting. But Cornel West has bunny hopped. If Kamala Harris wants the black vote, if Kamala Harris wants the black vote, do something for us these final 4 months of office. If you want the black vote, show us, give us a taste of what you're going to do when you get in the White House, Mrs. Scamala Harris. Mrs. Scamala Harris. Mrs. Scamala Harris, if you want the black vote, why don't you give us a little taste of how you're going to serve black people when you get in office? You got 4 months to give us a taste test. Scamala Harris, you got 4 months to give us a taste test. Scamala Harris, you got 4 months to give us a taste test. Why don't you get Joe Biden to pass an anti-black hate crimes bill? Pass an anti-black hate crime bill. Can we get an anti-black hate crime bill? Can we get the George Floyd police reform bill? Can we get some industries in the black communities so our people can earn livable wage jobs? Can you stop bringing migrants into black America? You got 4 months, Mrs. Scamala Harris. They are taking black jobs. They are taking black jobs. I'm telling you right now, if your black child is not going to college to be a doctor, a lawyer, an engineer, a nurse, teacher, social worker, if your black child is not going to college to major in a relevant profession, they don't need to go to college. Ain't no jobs out here. You need to be saving money for your child to open up a business in the black community. The future for black youth will be entrepreneurship in their own community. Save the college money and use it for business development. Save your child's college tuition and flip that into a business. Did y'all hear what I said? Don't. These colleges is costing $60,000 a year. $250,000 for a bachelor's degree? Nah, I tell you what. How about $100,000 and I'm going to set you up with some laundromats. I'm going to set you up with a fitness center. I'm going to set you up with a restaurant. I'm going to set you up with a nail salon. We ain't doing the college thing. We're going to do the black business thing. Forget college. Let's do Black Wall Street. Forget college. Let's do Black Wall Street. Forget college tuition. Let's do Black Wall Street. You black parents better wake up. You black parents better wake up. Save the college money and buy your baby a corner store. That's right. Save that college money and buy them a corner store. Save that college money and get them a McDonald's franchise. Get them a Wingstop from Rose. Y'all better stop with this high school to college pipeline. Y'all better stop with this high school to college pipeline. Y'all better get them a business. There's businesses for sale. Get them a dry cleaners. They never go broke. Get them a dry cleaners. Get them a car wash. Get them a car wash. They never go broke. Y'all better keep that college money and flip it into a business. Y'all better keep that college money and flip it into a business. I'm about to start doing photography on the side. I'm about to start doing photography on the side. I'm about to start doing photography on the side. Any of my queens need a photo shoot, professional photo shoot? I'm about to start doing photography on the I got a photography business. Any queens need a photo shoot? Hit King Kong for private photo shoots. All professional, ladies. All professional, though. I'm working on my photography business. Let's go to the next prophecy. Okay, listen to this one. Listen to this one. American Africans will eventually have to vacate your U.S. citizenship. American Africans will eventually have to vacate your U.S. citizenship in order to get meaningful reparations. Otherwise, your reparations petition can go no higher than the U.S. government. Are y'all listening to me? Are y'all listening to me? If you want reparations, you might have to vacate your U.S. citizenship. Reparations are for nations, not for citizens. Reparations are for nations, not for citizens. If we really want meaningful reparations, oh my God, this is disgusting. This is crazy. I blame Barack Obama for this. I really do blame Barack Obama for all of my young brothers being turned out like this. I blame Barack Obama. If Barack Obama never becomes president, this never happens. If Barack Obama never becomes president, the Zest Fest that has taken over young black America could never happen. If Barack Obama never became president, we would not be dealing with the Zest Fest. To see my young brothers turned out like this, it's a damn shame. It ain't even funny. I can't even laugh. We got all these young black queens who need a good king. We got all these young black queens who need a good king. We got all these young black queens who need a good king, and all the young kings want to be queens. It's a damn shame. It's a damn shame. All these young sisters looking for a good husband, and all the kings want to be queens. This is a damn shame. We're going to have a conference on this. We're going to have to stop this stuff. We're going to have to stop this. But let me get back. If we want meaningful reparations, if we want meaningful reparations, we will have to vacate our American citizenship. So let me ask y'all a question, and I want y'all to be honest with me. I'm taking a poll right now. Type your answer on the live feed. I'm taking a poll right now. Type your answer on the live feed. I'm taking a poll right now. Type your answer on the live feed. Here is my question. If Black America has to choose, please be honest. Please be honest. If Black America has to choose between reparations and being included with white people, what do y'all think we choose? Do y'all think we vote to give up our citizenship and get our reparations? Or do you think we vote to stay American citizens and do away with the reparations? Be honest. What do y'all think? Will you please stop telling me to look up Jill Stein of the Green Party? I'm not interested in the Green Party. I'm interested in the red, black, and green party. Stop telling me about some Jill Stein, another Caucasian who ain't gonna do nothing for black folks. See, the problem with y'all is you need a white savior. Black people have been so conditioned through white Jesus. We have been so conditioned through Caucasian Jesus that every time you lose a white savior, you go looking for another one. Stop bringing me white saviors. I don't want to see another white savior, because there's no such thing as a white savior. Back to my question. I want you to type reparations or type citizenship. If black people have to vote between giving up their citizenship in order to get their reparations, or giving up their reparations in order to stay amongst white people, which one do we choose? Type your answer. Type reparations or type citizenship. If you had to choose between them, they are not the same. Reparations are for citizens. Reparations are for nations. Reparations are not for citizens. If they made you leave America to get reparations, do you take your reparations and leave America, or do you vacate your reparations and keep your citizenship? I'm going to be honest with you. I believe most black people want their citizenship. We love Caucasians. We love Caucasians. You think the black man is going to choose reparations over the snow bunny? You really think the black man of America is going to choose reparations over the snow bunny mafia? You're out of your mind. You're out of your mind. The black man is not choosing reparations over the snow bunny. You can forget it. You can forget it. He is not giving up the snow bunny for reparations. You Negroes are delusional. You Negroes are delusional. Do you see all the black men playing for the Olympics right now, talking about they love America? Do you see all the black men in the Olympics running for America, basketball for America, break dancing for America? You think these Negroes are going to give up being an American citizen for some reparations? You think they're going to give up their snow bunny privilege? You think they're going to give up white women for You're out of your mind. You're out of your mind. You people are... Black men are not giving up. Black women are not giving it up. Black women is not giving up their citizenship for reparations. They love white America. They dress like white women. They wear their hair like white women. Y'all not giving up y'all citizenship for no money. Y'all not giving up no reparations for no, y'all not giving up y'all citizenship for no reparations. If the white man said, I'm going to give you this money, but y'all got to get the hell up out of here, y'all not leaving? You would say, Massa, I'm so sorry, Massa. Don't make me go back to Africa. I'm a pretendian. Massa, I'm a pretendian. I'm not from Nigeria. I don't come from Ghana. My ancestors ain't from Cameroon. I don't come from Kenya. I don't come from Togo. I'm a pretendian. I'm a Cherokee. I'm a Choctaw. I'm a Seminole. I'm a Chickasaw. Massa, don't make me go back to Africa. I'm not from Africa. The bulk of Black America is not leaving America to receive reparations. You are too Europeanized. Your self-esteem is too low. Two 215-989-9858. You want to text me a question? 215-989-9858. You want to text me a question? 215-989-9858. You want to text me a question? 215-989-9858. You could be a, listen, pretendians. I got news for you, pretendians. I got news for you, pretend. Let me get this right. They got the migrants taking over. They got the Ukrainians taking over. They got the Afghanis taking over. Kamala Harris is about to initiate an East Indian takeover. Let me get this right. You got the Ukrainians taking over in America. You got the Afghan refugees taking over in America. You got the migrants taking over Black America. And the pretendians think they're going to get special attention from the U.S. government. You need a psychological evaluation. I'm about to come give you a free psychological evaluation. If you think, so you really think Kamala Harris and George Bush, you really think Kamala Harris and George Bush has pretendian concerns on their list of priorities? Who believes Kamala Harris and George Bush has the word pretendian anywhere on their list of priorities? Who believes that? Who believes Kamala Harris or Donald Trump has the pretendians listed as a concern on their campaign agenda? Let me finish my predictions and then I get to y'all questions. We're going to stop at 3 o'clock because I got to get up and go to the malls tomorrow, brothers and sisters. I got to find me something. Anybody want to have lunch with me tomorrow? Anybody want to have lunch with me tomorrow? Anybody want to have lunch on Dr. Umar at the Greenbrier Mall? Anybody want to have lunch on Dr. Umar at the Lenox Square Mall? Anybody want to have lunch with Dr. Umar at the Camp Creek Marketplace? Okay, let me finish. Atlanta, Georgia, I'm in the building. Atlanta, Georgia, I am in the building. Next, Ifa Tunde prophecy. Listen to this. Since American Africans have prioritized multiculturalism and colorblindism as strategies for inclusion, we will get exactly what we want, but not the result we hope for. James Baldwin's book, Invisible Man, will prove prophetic once America completes its marginalization campaign against blacks. Here's my 10th and final prophecy. Here's my 10th. I want to have a group lunch tomorrow with my sisters. I'm not going to do a one-on-one. I want 5 queens. Let's do a group lunch with 5 queens tomorrow. Naturally born, organically African queens. A fudge queen, a caramel queen, a cinnamon queen, a lemon queen, and a mixed race queen. Can't forget the mixed race queens who identify as African. Can't forget the mixed race queens who identify as African. We might got to squeeze a Latino African queen in there too. Here's my 10th and final prophecy. I don't need to have lunch with the brothers right now. I said queendom. What I want to look at y'all for right now. Anyway, brothers, we're going to build up. We got to build, brothers. Me and the brothers don't need to be having lunch. We need to be building institutions. Why am I having lunch with men for? We supposed to be building institutions. Why am I having lunch with men for? We supposed to be building schools. We supposed to be building hospitals. We supposed to be building banks. We supposed to be building supermarkets. We supposed to be building affordable homes. We supposed to be building distribution and manufacturing. We supposed to be building industries. What the hell I want to have lunch with some men for? Men are supposed to be building with each other, not lunching with each other. We supposed to be building with each other. My 10th and final prophecy, and I'm going to take a few text message questions. My 10th and final prophecy, and then I'm going to take a few text message questions. We're going to stop at 3 o'clock. I had a long day. I need to get some sleep. This is important. Listen to me. Listen to me. Once most American Africans completely disidentify from their race, once most American Africans completely disidentify from their race by way of the U.S. Census, biracial, multiracial, pretendian, so forth, the number of blacks in America will begin to appear misleadingly so low that we will not have enough of us on paper to demand anything. Did y'all hear what I just said? Did y'all hear what I just said? Did y'all hear what I just... Once black people keep checking multiracial, biracial, pretendian, and other on the U.S. Census, the numbers of black people are going to get so low because most of y'all want to be pretendians and biracials. Since most of y'all want to be pretendians and biracials, our numbers are going to continue to shrink so low that it will look like there's no black people left in America. And you know what's funny? The same Negroes who want reparations are the same Negroes claiming that they are not black people. The same Negroes who want reparations are the same Negroes claiming to be pretendians and Native Americans and biracials. So you know what's going to happen? They're going to say, we're going to give reparations to all American Africans. And they're going to look at the census and say, we don't have any American Africans. We have biracials and pretendians. And since all we have is biracials and pretendians, we don't need to give nobody no reparations because we don't have no more African Americans. We don't have no more American Africans. We have a country of biracials and pretendians, so there's no need for reparations. They were already here. They were not enslaved, so we don't owe them shit. They were already here. They were not enslaved, so we don't owe them anything. So you pretendians are a big part of the problem. You hate being African so much that you didn't made up this artificial identity, which is contributing to genocide on paper. Statistical genocide. Statistical genocide. Statistical genocide. Let me see if we got any questions. We got 15 minutes. I'm going to bed. I'm going to bed, brothers and sisters. Let me see. Wait a minute. Oh, Lord have mercy. Whew. Any questions, family? No question. I just want to say hi And thank you for all you do for the community. Thank you, Sister Tiasha. Thank you, Sister Tiasha. Get out my text messages, fellas. Stay focused. Do you think it's best that we go back to Africa like Marcus Garvey said? Do you think that's the only way to get equality? Okay. Okay. The most honorable Marcus Messiah Garvey never said we should all go back to Africa. The most honorable Marcus Messiah Garvey never said we should go back to Africa. Lusty text. The most honorable Marcus Messiah Garvey never said we should all go back to Africa. He said only those of us who have something to contribute to Africa, only those of us who have something to contribute to Africa should go back to Africa. We are a global people. We can remain a global people, but we have to build up Africa strong enough so she can protect us wherever we are in the world. That is the point of Pan-Africanism. You need your ancestral homeland to be strong enough to protect you in America, strong enough to protect you in England, strong enough to protect you in the Caribbean. You can live wherever you want in the world, but we must make Africa strong enough to protect us wherever we are. Dr. Umar, I always wanted to ask you this, but if you only have one black grandparent, are you still black? If you only have one black grandparent, are you still black? If you only have one black grandparent, that is what you call a quadroon. Amber Rose is quadroon. Kamala Harris may be quadroon. I do not disqualify quadroons from being members of the African race if they psychologically have identified as African their entire life. I'm not going to automatically disqualify a quadroon from being African if they have psychologically identified with us their entire life. I have met quadroons who are darker than black people with two black parents. I have met Africans with one black grandparent, and the DNA of that one black grandparent was so strong. I have met quadroons. One black grandparent, and the DNA of that one black grandparent was so strong that they look darker than me. I will not automatically disqualify a quadroon, but in the case of a Kamala Harris, she has never identified as being African only when she ran for vice president. And some people are claiming that her father's mother is not an African Jamaican. Some people are claiming that Kamala Harris's paternal grandmother is not Jamaican African, that she's East Indian African. That she's East Indian Jamaican. I'm going to do some research. The question is Kamala Harris's father's mother, is Kamala Harris's paternal grandmother a Jamaican African or an East Indian Jamaican? Is Kamala Harris's paternal grandmother a Jamaican African or an East Indian Jamaican? The only grandparent she has who might be black is paternal grandma. So we have to find out if Kamala Harris's paternal grandmother, is she a Jamaican African or an East Indian Jamaican? If we find out that Kamala Harris's paternal grandmother is not a Jamaican African, then she's not African at all. Me and Drake gonna have a conversation when I get to Toronto, October 5th and 6th, because Drake hasn't clarified his racial identity yet. So I'm concerned about Drizzy right now. Call me after the live. Who want me to call them after the live? One of the queens want me to call them after the live, brothers and sisters. Do you think Caucasians will eventually get breeded out? I think that's why they want to stop abortions. Okay. Caucasians are not being breeded out. They're simply they're not breeding enough. But because of the bunny hop, we keep on injecting them with enough melanin to keep their species going. Because of the bunny hop, we keep on injecting them with enough melanin to keep the species going. The inbreeding is keeping them afloat. Black men keep on injecting them with just enough melanin so they're not going nowhere. We won't let them go nowhere. We love them. We are in love with them. USA, United Slaves of America. It's two USAs. You got the United States of America and you got the United Slaves of America. USA for black people is United Slaves of America. When I catch you with that flag, when I catch you at the Olympics, you ain't United States of America. You are United Slaves of America. I love you too, Serafina. Sweden is coming up in September with my Swedish Africans. Australia coming up too. Next question. You forgot to mention the untouchables. Well, the untouchables already control everything. I'm not a pretendian, but I love to dine with you the next time you in Phoenix. And don't lick your lips like that. My beautiful African queens of Phoenix, where my Phoenix queens at? Where my Phoenix, Arizona queens at? I'm going to have to come on back to Phoenix right now. I'm going to have to come on back to Phoenix one time. Dr. Umar, how come Africa still let whites rule, even though they're a minority? Why you let white people run your community? See, what I don't understand about the American African, we ask questions like, why does black Africa still let white people control the resources? Why are you still letting Chinese people control your community? Why are you still letting white people control you're acting like we're doing any better than black Africa. All black communities in the world are ran by non-black people. Let me say it again. All black communities in the world are ran by non-black people. How the kettle gonna call the pot black? How the pot gonna call the kettle black? White people running Africa, white people running black America. What is the difference? What is the difference? You want me to call Suki Hana? I'm not calling Suki Hana at 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm not calling Suki Hana at 3 o'clock in the morning. Big blueberry lemonade. Will you be coming to Louisville, Kentucky anytime soon? I got to get back to Louisville. It's been a minute. I got to get back to Louisville, Kentucky. I got to get back to Owensville, Kentucky. I got to get back to Lexington, Kentucky. Dr. Umar needs 3 wives. That's what I'm talking about, sister. That's the type of sister I want to hear from. She said, I need 3 wives. She said, I need 3 wives. Do you have a 3-wife team ready? Do you have a 3-wife team ready? Give up the Sukihana. Please come to the Caribbean. I will be in Costa Rica, 16th to the 18th, Nassau, Bahamas. I'm ready for Nassau, Bahamas. I'm ready to come back to the Bahamas for a 3rd time. I'm ready to come back to the Bahamas. I didn't say, she said I need 3 wives. One of the black queens on the feed said I need 3 wives. What you getting mad at me for? You can have 3 wives because I will not be one of them. I need to be part of that 3-wife team. The queens is pulling up in the text messages. The queens is pulling up for the 3-wife club. How do you feel about Haiti being taken over by the gang leader? Listen, those gangs in Haiti are being financed by white corporations. Nobody's going to make me think anything other than that unless they're taking care of the people. If they're not taking care of the people, they're being financed by white corporations. Don't be fooled. Do you believe Booker T. Washington is a coon because he wanted blacks to conform? I don't think he wanted blacks to conform. Booker T. Washington told the white man what he wanted to hear while he was building black institutions. Booker T. Washington told white people what they wanted to hear while he was building the National Negro Business League. Booker T. Washington told Caucasian Nation what they wanted to hear while he was financing civil rights lawsuits on behalf of black people. Booker T. Washington told white people what they wanted to hear while he was using Tuskegee Institute as a hideout for revolutionary blacks. You got to study Pan-Africanist Booker T. Washington. You got to study Pan-Africanist Booker T. Washington. You got to study Pan-Africanist Booker T. Washington. She said, ain't nothing wrong with the 3 wives building together. Uh-oh. Let me find out I'm going to get 3 wives tonight on my text messages. Let me find out I'm having lunch in Atlanta tomorrow with my 3-wife club. Lord have mercy. We about to take over Black America. Give me 3 queens dedicated to the struggle. Give me 3 queens dedicated to the struggle. I will remake Black America. Give me 3 queens. Give me a 3-wife club and we will take over Black America. Who wants to be on the 3-wife club? This is not about Punani. This is about black power. This is not about Punani. This is about black power. Give me a 3-wife club. I got one already. I got one wife, Savannah, Georgia says she in for it. I got one wife, Savannah, Georgia says she wants part of the 3-wife team. So we got a Georgia queen that already stepped up. Go to bed, beloved. You have 5 minutes to get in the bed. Your thoughts on Donald Trump about Martin Luther King and him having the same amount of people at their respective disposal. I didn't hear Donald Trump's comment on MLK. I didn't hear Donald Trump's comment on MLK. Let me see. Trump compares his January 6th crowd to the audience in I Have a Dream speech. He said he had more people than Dr. King. Oh, give me a break. Hold on. Nobody has spoken to crowds bigger than me. If you look at Martin Luther King when he did his speech, his great speech, you look at ours, same real estate, same everything. Same. He's a clown. Donald Trump is a clown. Donald Trump is an absolute clown. He not getting my vote either. Comparing himself to Dr. King. Doc, I'm a corner boy and I'm going to be at the Lenox Mall protecting you. Thank you, my brother. Shout out to all the corner boys who be holding me down across the country. Thank you for answering my question, but at what point is somebody not black? If you have one black great-grandparent. Now, I'm not including them. I stop at I don't do octoroom. I don't do one black great-grandparent. That's too much. No. I might do one black grandparent. I'm not doing one black great-grandparent. That's an octoroom. Now you're getting into the white man's one-drop rule. Now you're getting into the Neanderthals one-drop rule. I'm not doing the one-drop rule. I'm not doing the one-drop rule. I'm not doing the one-drop rule. I might accept one black grandparent. I'm not accepting one black great-grandparent. That's the one-drop rule. We're not doing that. We're not doing the one-drop rule. I want to get involved in Pan-Africanism. Who should I be linking with in New Orleans? St. Louis Queen, wifey number 2. So we got a wifey in Savannah. We got a wifey in St. Louis. We got a wifey in Savannah. We got a wifey in St. Louis. Savannah, Georgia says she wifey number 1. St. Louis says she's happily wifey number 2. You said James Baldwin, but I thought it was Ralph Ellison who wrote Invisible Man. Thank you for the correction. Thank you for the correction. It might have been Ralph Ellison who wrote Invisible Man. I stand corrected. Let me see. Thank you for the correction. Yep, Ralph Ellison wrote Invisible Man, not James Baldwin. My apologies. Thank you for the correction. I love an intelligent African. I love an intelligent African. Thank you for the correction. I love an intelligent African. It was Ralph Ellison who wrote Invisible Man. Volunteered to be wifey number 3 from Nassau, Bahamas. Brothers and sisters, it's getting crazy at 3 in the morning. Brothers and sisters, it's getting crazy at 3 in the morning. We got a Bahamas wifey number 3. We got Savannah wifey number 1, St. Louis wifey number 2, Bahamas wifey number 3. What y'all want me to do, family? What y'all want me to do? I'm going to have a Zoom with the 3 wifeys. Go to sleep. She said, go to sleep. What up, Doc? Will you be doing any speaking in Atlanta? I'm not speaking. My flight to London, we missed the London flight, so I got to fly to London tomorrow. I got to fly to London. How much are the interviews? You got to text me for that. I have a white boyfriend who loves you and really agrees with you. Is he accepted into Pan-Africanism? I beg your pardon. You're giving your universe. You are letting Caucasian nation swim in your sacred waters, and you want me to be accepting of that because he happens to be a fan of my work? You have completely violated the code of Pan. How dare you spread your thick, voluptuous thighs, open up your peach cobbler for the Caucasian to, this is ridiculous. It's ridiculous out here. Let me see. Hello, Dr. Umar. Hope everything is well. I'm a young 28-year-old Pan-Africanist. I believe you will be one of the main people in the world to understand my unquenchable thirst for knowledge, history, science, of culture. We desperately need an African world meeting. I've obtained so much knowledge, I can't hold it. Yes, young king, we will be working together soon, young king. I'm going to have a young Pan-Africanist conference. Under 30, a young Pan-Africanist conference. Will you be in San Diego anytime soon? I don't have San Diego on the calendar, but I will reach out to Queen Mother Makeda of the World Beat Center in San Diego. I don't have San Diego on the agenda, but I will reach out to Queen Mother Makeda of the World Beat Cultural Center in San Diego and see if we can set something up. I ain't seen my San Diego family I just got an invite for Richmond, California. I never spoke in Richmond. I just got an invite for Richmond, California. Dr. Umar, how come Africa... Wait a minute. Kamala says she can't do nothing for blacks unless it benefits everybody. And y'all still want to vote for... My mom is fully black. My dad is 50% black, 50% white because his dad is black. Am I African? Of course you're African. Of course you're African. You just gave me a 75% mix. Of course you are African if you psychologically identify. Do you psychologically identify as African? I'm going to have a Zoom meeting with my St. Louis wife, my Savannah, Georgia wife, and my Bahamas wife. Can these women, oh Lord, behave, ladies, behave, behave, behave. You already know I'm wife number 3, my birthday coming up, and I will soon be age eligible. I already gave you my wifey resume. Okay, so we might got to do 4 wives. The 4 Wife Club. Isn't there a sitcom called The 4 Wife Club? Ain't Jilly from Philly? Isn't there a mini series called The 4 Wife Club or something? Phoenix says she's the 3rd wife. So we're going to have 5 wives. We got a Phoenix wife, a Philly wife, a Savannah, Georgia wife, a St. Louis, Missouri wife, and a Nassau, Bahamas wife. We got the 5 Wife Club. I'm going to have a private meeting at the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy for the 5 Wife Club. I would like to be one of your wives. I make $98,000 a year. And I'm 5'5" thick in the thighs. I hate the fact my skin is so high yellow. I'm very insecure about it. I battle with social anxiety. My mom is fully black. Listen. The colors of the red, black, and green flag has red at the top because your blood makes you African, not the amount of melanin in your skin. Your blood makes you African, not the amount of melanin in your skin. Your blood makes you African, not the amount of melanin in your skin, my sister. Don't be insecure because you're light skin. Don't be insecure because you're bright skin. Don't be insecure because you're pale skin. Don't be insecure because you are albino. You are still African. You are still beautiful. You are still my sister. We come in all colors, all shades, and none are any better than the other. Your status in the African race is not due to complexion. Your status in the African race is not due to skin tone. Your status in the African race is not due to how much melanin you have. Your status in the African race is due to how much you do for African people. How much you struggle and sacrifice and work for African people. That's where the status comes from. You are a beautiful African lemonade queen, a beautiful African Pina colada queen. Be proud of that. Your auntie Gwen Jones, who lives, your mother's sister. This must be the wrong text. I don't have an auntie named Gwen Jones. Do you believe the conspiracy theories about MLK wanting to end segregation so he could be with white women? Dr. King did not end segregation. Dr. King did not end segregation. Dr. King did not end segregation. Dr. King fought for the Civil Rights Bill so you could have access to opportunities that were not available in our communities. Let me say it again. I need to go visit Dr. King grave tomorrow. Y'all just gave me something to do tomorrow. Y'all just gave me, I gotta go visit Dr. King grave tomorrow. Dr. King fought for the Civil Rights Bill so you could have access to opportunities that did not exist in the black community. Dr. King never told you to give up black schools. Dr. King never told you to give up black banks. Dr. King never told you to give up black businesses. Dr. King never told you to give up black hospitals and supermarkets. He never said that. He never said that. Stop blaming Dr. King because you love white folks. You just helped me out. I disclaim my white side. Am I wrong for that? I don't even use my dad's last name because it comes from a white man. I blame my dad's dad for putting his seed in a white woman. I feel you, but don't hate him. We don't want to be angry and we don't want to hate. But if you want to disassociate from your white relatives because they're racist, by all means, step aside. If you want to disassociate from your white relatives because they're racist, by all means, step aside. If you want to disassociate from your white relatives because they are racist, I have no problem with that. But don't hate. We don't do hate. That's negative energy. And I don't want you to bind yourself to low frequencies. When you hate and anger reduces your spiritual vibration. And I need you to attract high-level ancestors. I need you to attract high-level spirit guides. We're not hating. We're not doing no hate. We ain't hating nobody. We understanding, we categorizing, and we moving on. You feel me? We identify, we isolate. I need you to come back to Lansing. No problem. Lansing, Michigan. I'm coming back to Lansing, Michigan. Ypsilanti. Shout out to all my Ypsilanti Africans who came out. I enjoyed Ypsilanti. 5'5" thick in the thighs. Baltimore, Maryland queen. Three wives in Phoenix. Lord. Whew. They got a 3-wife club waiting for me in Phoenix, brothers and sisters. They got a whole 3-wife club waiting for me in Phoenix. Lord. I can't see your comments no more. Well, I can't see the comments no more. Why they stop the comments? I can't see the comments. You're a busy man. When is your availability to open and have a discussion? I want to see my Pan-African clothing line. I'm starting with the hats. Send me a Pan-African hat, my brother. Send me a Pan-African hat, my brother. I got a big head, though, brother. Make sure the hat got enough bucket space. Y'all be sending me hats with no bucket space. I got a big head, man. And I got a lot of hair on my head. I need some bucket space. I got a black breastfed head. I was breastfed. My mother breastfed me. Have you ever visited Malcolm's grave? Of course. Why haven't you visited? I'm reaching out to see if I can schedule a podcast. I want to invite you. Do you think Malcolm X had a more positive impact on our people than Dr. King? They both did. I don't want to compare. Of course, the Honorable Frederick Douglass and the Honorable Marcus Garvey are uncomparable and untouchable, but I don't want to compare. Does your family also do what you do? No, I'm the only revolutionary Pan-Africanist alive in my family. I'm the only revolutionary Pan-Africanist alive in my family. Nobody else is a I'm the only one. Yes, I saw the Malcolm X house. Well, brothers and sisters, that's going to about do it for me, Atlanta. I'm going to hit up the mall tomorrow, find something to wear, go to Dr. King's grave, go have lunch somewhere, get back to the airport, and head on over to London, England. That's what we're doing tomorrow. Hang out in Atlanta in the day. Head over to London at night. Hit the Cash App, $FDMG School. Hit the PayPal, paypal.me/FDMG Academy. Send your resumes, fdmgresumes@gmail.com. There will be a paint day, September 1st and 2nd, the final paint day. Who's coming to the final paint day? September 1st and 2nd, 9 to 5, followed by a family dinner. September 1st and 2nd, FDMG Paint Day, Wilmington, Delaware, 9 to 5. Followed by a family dinner. If you need to reach me, 215-989-9858. King Kong is in the building. One love.